Camp Loop Creek, Virginia, Monday. Dear Brother and Sister, I just received a letter from you dated October 1st, 1862, and is the first letter I have had from you since I have been in the service. I have written 3 letters to you. It did my heart good to hear from you, as I have wrote 3 or 4 times to Father, and am waiting anxiously to hear from him. It has seemed very often that as I have been thinking things over since I have been in the war, that my brothers and folks didn't care anything about me. But I'm very glad as I read your kind letter to feel that this is not the case, and as I took your letter out of the office and commenced reading, this pen fails to describe my feelings, to feel that I had one brother out of 7 for the first time that would write me a Christian letter and try to encourage the only one in a large family to be faithful. You may rest assured, dear brother and wife, by the grace of God I shall try to live faithful. I suppose you know it is more trying to live as a Christian in the army than to home. I made up my mind before I left home to take a stronger hold and a firmer stand for good. And as there was about 24 that left Flat Rock with me, and about 5 out of that number that belongs to church, or in short have got religion and live religion, they look to me to lead or care on meetings at Camp Dennison. We had meeting every night for 3 weeks. There was some converted to God and made happy. Since we came to the regiment, we've had good meetings, prayer meetings, and speaking meetings. We meet as often as we can to worship God. I would like to describe the way we meet here in tents and on hills and along the valleys to worship God. I have enjoyed myself well since I have been in the service in religion, though we have many things around here to make one homesick and discouraged if we would give way to them. I feel that all things work together for good and for those that love God. I feel contented and will take all for the best and go on till the war is over. We haven't settled in winter quarters yet, but I think we will soon. Where, I don't know, but it is strongly rumored that we will stay about 12 miles from here at Fayetteville. It is the most God-forsaken place I ever saw. This place where we are now is a very hard-looking place. The farthest we can see is about 3/4 of a mile, and that is up or down the river. You can only see the sun about 8 or 9 hours a day. Tell Clint to write if you know where he is. Send him the directions of my letter. Send the old man the directions. Maybe he didn't get my letters. I wish he would write, and Rebecca to my wife, as he wrote to me to tell you to write to her. She has bored first rate as I left her in the condition she was, and she writes very encouraging letters to me. I have great anxiety to see my boy and wife, too, and trust that time may soon come. From your brother, A. Sloan, to Mr. and Mrs. Horatio Sloan. By the grace of God, I shall try to live faithfully.